Hey, welcome to day 71 of the BP challenge. BP for me being blood pressure, health, lifestyle, business, 90-day push, whatever it is for you. Now, today I'm going to, I'll try not to swear, but I don't swear very often, but every once in a while I curse. Even Pajama Grandma curses every once in a while. Usually when I'm passionate about something, and I'm pretty passionate about today's topic. Today's topic is all about hustle, sacrifice, balance, and other BS. I was going to say other things that are ridiculous or other things that don't really matter, but I want to say BS because it's like anything else. We get to define what these terms mean, but the world is full of all the things that we should do. We should lead a balanced life in all these areas: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, contribution, and relationships. We should be balanced in all these. Yeah, really? That is such a crock. There are only 24 hours in every day, and to be completely, totally balanced and aligned in each of these areas is almost impossible. It is possible, but it's pretty much impossible depending on how you define balance. And guess what? You get to define balance. You hear, I'm of course from the business world and the entrepreneurial world, so it's all about hustle and sacrifice. You have to sacrifice in order to get what you want. You have to sacrifice this and sacrifice that. I'm going to tell you right now, sacrifice is completely and totally optional. You don't have to sacrifice anything. And guess what? If you are making a choice, if you're making a choice among alternatives, which is something all of us do, you're not sacrificing the one thing because you choose the other. You're choosing something that is best for you. That's not a sacrifice. That's how we all should live, is by making choices that are in our own best interest. It's not a sacrifice. Not going out drinking with your buddies on Friday night, is that really a sacrifice, or is that a choice? Because you decide you're going to stay home and spend time with your family or your significant other or somebody that you're building a relationship with, or to work on a business or a side gig or something that you want to do. That's not a sacrifice. That is a choice. It's not like we're all entitled to go out and party and have fun all the time, and if we can't do that, then we're sacrificing doing that because we're doing something else. It's like going to work. We go to work not because we're sacrificing, it's because we want the exchange of value that we get from going to work or building a business or exercising or taking care of ourselves or paying attention to our finances. Any of these areas in our life, it's not a sacrifice to choose them. It's not a sacrifice to choose ourselves and to choose to take care of ourselves and those we love and care about. If that's a sacrifice, then that's probably not a priority for you. And we'll maybe talk about that a little bit further down the road as we go in more detail into each of these different areas of our being, the 7 keys, I call them. But I want to be really clear on today. I want you to spend a little bit of time defining what balance means to you, defining what sacrifice means to you, defining what struggle and hustle means to you. There's this fallacy that you have to hustle, and okay, I might be contributing to that with a 90-day push and a 90-day challenge, but I'm not encouraging you to hustle. I'm encouraging you to do one thing every single day consistently to move you toward the goal that you want. Have you been feeling pushed or hustled or rushed through this challenge? If you have, I want you to Voxer me right now or hit me up in the comments below. I'm trying to show you that you don't have to hustle, you don't have to grind, you don't have to force anything if it's the right thing for you. If you set a goal that's the right thing for you, breaking it down in little pieces every day for 90 days shouldn't feel like a hustle, shouldn't feel like a grind. It shouldn't feel like hard, it shouldn't feel like work, it shouldn't feel like a struggle or a sacrifice or a burden. So I guess I'm getting a little up in my own business about this, but we get to define what all those things mean. And I think it's important that we do that. And I want you to take some time today and look at each of the 7 areas and decide and define. We prioritized them yesterday, right? So we prioritized in order of what is most important to us right now, this given minute. This is going to change over time. So that's why it shouldn't have been stressful yesterday. Just write down all the things and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by them in terms of what is the most important for you. And remember, those were physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, contribution, relationships, and financial. Now, are there other ways to categorize this? Absolutely. I just like 7 because 7 I can remember, and it's an easy breakdown. And I didn't make it up. I'm sure I learned it from, I don't even know who, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. It could have been any guru of the thousands of gurus that I've studied over my lifetime. But I found it a very helpful breakdown. It worked for me. It worked for me to be able to categorize things in my life that way, to say, okay, I am spending 98% of my time on work and 2% of my time on everything else. Maybe that's a little bit off balance even for me. But you get to decide how much time, based on how important these things are to you, you want to spend on these things. You get to decide everything. So today I want you to consciously think about these categories, and I don't know, nobody else knows but you, if you are really putting enough effort on taking care of yourself, your physical well-being. Are you paying any attention to your mental or emotional well-being or health? Most of us don't. We just go through and react to everything that happens in our life and get flim-flammed and pushed around based on what's going on and what stimulus we're getting every single day. So maybe you are not paying attention to any of those first 3. I went through probably 45, 50 years of my life without doing 1, 2, and 3 for the most part. 2 and 3, I just went with whatever happened. Physical, mental, and emotional. So physically, I didn't take care of myself. I consciously put myself last on the list. And you know if you're doing that. You know if you're not. You know if you're putting yourself above everything else and everybody else, and in a positive way or in a more selfish way. Only you can define that. But I want you to look at these today and say, okay, got my priorities set. This is my priority for these things. And you might find that, for example, spirituality has gone way up on my list since I died in 2010. That's become more important to me. Now, I might say and have that be up higher on my list, but I might not be spending any time on that, right? I might actually be thinking, oh, yep, that's really high on my list. Or you might think that with relationships or family. Say my relationships are 1 or 2 on my list, but I'm really only spending 3% of my time ever with people I love and care about. That's something only I can fix. So today we just want to look at the list and say, am I devoting time and energy and resources, because time and energy are our most important resources, to the things I say that I care about in that priority order? And if I'm not, maybe I want to make some shifts. Don't decide that you have to make any shifts today. Just look at it. Look at, are you devoting the amount of time to the areas that you want in priority order? That's how you define balance for yourself. Nobody can define balance for you, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you think that each of the 7 things are going to be 100% divided by 7, don't know what that math is right now, and that each of those will have the exact same percentage, that is not balance. That is probably, might work for one person in the planet or 2, but it's not going to probably work for you. So set up a ratio that makes sense for you. If you need to spend right now, because you've got health challenges, like right now I'm doing a blood pressure challenge, I need to spend more time paying attention to my health and my physical well-being and than I have been in the last year or so. I got really good about my health in 2010, 11, 12, 13, and then 14, 15, 16, 17. I kind of let some things slip and slide. And that's part of why I find myself in a position where I need to pay attention to my blood pressure. And so you know what those things are for you. So today, look at the 7 categories: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, contribution, financial, and relationships. And yesterday you prioritized them. Today you're going to say, am I spending the right proportion of time on these that fit for my priority orders and my priorities right now? So all you have to do, that's it. Have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, if you have any questions about this, hit me up in the comments below or direct message me. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Pajama Grandma. You can always Voxer me as Pajama Grandma. Voxer, V-O-X-E-R, is a walkie-talkie. It's a walkie-talkie app on our phones. And if you push that and sign up, and it's free to sign up, you can actually walkie-talkie message me, which secretly is the fastest, easiest way to get in touch with me, because I have vision challenges in addition to blood pressure challenges. So I need to make sure that I'm finding ways and means to communicate with people faster and easier than texting and typing or trying to think that my magnifying glass and my cell phone are going to make it easy, because it just takes a lot of time. Have an amazing day. I will be with you tomorrow with the next step in our 90-day challenge. Have an awesome day.